My grandfather raised me on a crumbling farm in Ohio. After a tractor accident took my folks. While other teenagers went to football games, I spent my weekends translating old legal documents for a stubborn old man who absolutely refused to speak a word of English. By 16, I was fluent in German, but I kept that part of my life completely buried. To everyone at school, I was just Leo, the quiet scholarship kid with faded thrift store flannels. Then, Julian Vance transferred in. Julian was the textbook definition of a trust fund brat. His family supposedly owned half the shipping yards in Europe. He drove a pristine, vintage Porsche to school, wore custom suits, and instantly became the king of the popular crowd. He never even looked at me until we were paired up for a massive semester-long economics project. The very first day he sat down at my table, he pulled out his phone, dialed a number, and started speaking rapid-fire German right in front of my face. He laughed, looking straight at me, and said into the receiver, "I am stuck with a complete peasant. The kid smells like dirt and cheap laundry soap." I didn't flinch. I just stared at my notebook and let him think I was totally clueless. For the next month, I played the idiot. I let him bark orders at me while I quietly kept my phone's voice recorder running under my notebook. Julian used our study sessions to make dozens of calls in German, tearing apart his friends, his girlfriend, and boasting about his family's wealth. But as the weeks went on, his phone calls got darker and panicked. I started translating the audio at night. What I uncovered was insane. His dad wasn't a legitimate shipping tycoon. He was under investigation for massive international fraud. The vintage Porsche, leased under a shell company. The custom suits, bought on maxed out stolen credit cards. Julian was desperately trying to forge his dad's signature on wire transfers just to keep up appearances. The night of the senior gala, Julian was up for the prestigious Student Entrepreneur Award.